And the person has to stay there as a trick, right through, until you bring it over. The makeup stays there.
So you're thinking the prof frame comes from off stage.
Yeah, this is what happens in that first section.
Just think about
And so
making,
basically
right?
gets to about there, and then the drawing. And I think it's pretty entrancing, just seeing things and sort of moved around.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a matter of finding the right activity, hey?
Yeah,
Like how formative you are, or how plain you are, or whatever you do. Hey,
yeah,
like how hard it is.
yeah.
We could make something. We could make a little hard task. You can make it, you know.
Well, I am wanting to put the cardboard in at some stage as one of the things that we do on my phone. So like,
Oh, the tiny couple. Oh, yeah, no, that's a good task.
yeah,
Or I was just thinking about carrying things awkward, but not quite. You know, having a task.
yeah, yeah. Should we run that one more time, or should we move on to the next step?
No, do it again.
Okay.
See what you find.
I mean, I might be a bit contrarian, right? Just kind of like seeing the model. Yeah,
You just like having the,
the model is there. I mean, I like a lot of the propositions that Sean was making as well, but somehow
Better just there.
I kind of could, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try it with putting it on one more time.
It could be a different activity if you want to do building stuff. Like I quite like this line, right? So adding that in is a thing for me. I quite like this table.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's ridiculous, right?
I think
I mean,
there are
it's screaming performance.
particular spots somehow where, yeah.
Something-
But I want to get a bit immersed. I kind of feel
Yeah.
like I don't want to see. I want to get immersed in the magic of the theatre. It's
Right.
kind of like, for me, it's like, but it's already there. The obelisk is already there. And it can reveal the frame later on.
I think that's really good. I think it's really valuable.
Yeah.
I like it different.
And then it's kind of like, there's a place where, you know, you turn up on stage and do a thing, and I turn up on stage and do a thing. But we enter into the space, it kind of breaks it. I feel like it's too soon to break it for me. Yeah, I'm kind of into the magic of theatre at the moment, at least at the beginning, the opening sort of 3 sections now. If that makes, that's just what I'm sort of part of.
Have we got to go with this?
The challenge is how that reads, how that goes into the
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
you know, it doesn't read well or not. Yeah. In that context, that's my question, because the ones I'm looking at are there. Sort of here and now. And
It's kind of like, I've only seen, the reference piece Alice showed us.
Yeah, what they've got there is.
Projection on a couple of performances that were in space.
Because the other ones is
Hanging around.
Oh.
And it's like, you're looking at the theatricalized space through matching 2D.
Yeah.
And this kind of thing where you go, oh yeah.
yeah, or not.
But they're not pretending too much that it's like,
Still there, it must be a little one.
no, theatre. Like something more from real life to turn up at some point. You kind of go, yeah, of course somebody's going to move a cable or, it's a thing. I just feel like in terms of establishing, like an establishing bit moment, I wonder if these first 3 sections is kind of like, ooh, they roll out, they've got too much fat, and then later on we'll see something. Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay, we're in the land of these, a bit of backstage, a bit of intermediary.
Well, that's kind of finding that iPad, what that is.
Yeah.
Backstage ready for performance, finding that thing, I reckon, is not the challenge.
Yeah.
And then how it goes over there, right?
Yes.
Because you've got this magical portal,
Mm.
which looks meant. That sounds really good, right? With that image and the whole thing in front of us really good. And then all of this next stuff is kind of so, it's just a big question.
balance of it. I think something that potentially could, like, okay, you know, when we were messing around before and your head is quite close to the head, so the head would be in shot. So it's like at the moment, I kind of, okay, so all the stuff you did when you were on stage, like that kind of fits in with that theatrical world to me. But how the fuck do you get the thing on? All of a sudden this dude turns up and he's kind of putting the thing on stage. That was the part where I was like going, I'm not sure about that bit. Like I want you to magically be on stage or as an intro. And then later on we'll see you missing the table and the cardboard. I'm not quite sure what it was. There's something about how we got to getting the frame on stage.
Okay, let's just proceed.
Through this magic experience.
Blackout. That's some version of that, like.
Oh, yeah.
Like
So
bright
we've gone
lights,
from-
like blinders,
Exactly.
up there is magic. Or, privatization, so.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Something like,
Maybe we should
check
just,
out, oh, I just want to blast out the teacher.
maybe we hear the word privatization and kapow.
Blinders. Or.
And maybe
eight camera trick.
privatization it slows.
That's the thing about using the mixing blocks, is you can add trick over the top straight away. So you just go live trick, poof.
True.
Yeah, so you can go, so you can blind screen sort of, you know, cartoons or other things, or sort of blend it, like time for a trick, image over the top, poof, jokes. That's the benefit of that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
also-
we'll go back to the seamless integration streaming though, that would be a handy thing.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that's an option. I like that as an option, because we're gonna be using it anyway.
Well, it's
Also, the question of like, if it's whether have we in your head, do we ever get darkness or do we just work with this light the whole time?
I don't think this is great. I don't think this is great about this.
Yeah, so we need to black these out.
I haven't really processed the fact that all that's why I was kind of a bit,
Yeah,
kind of like a bit scary, like, oh, really? That like how?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I'm
I
thinking
think
about other
Jeffrey and I
things.
over the week just need to start making like black things that can just be put on windows and taken off so that we can keep, every time we have a rehearsal, we can just do it quickly, take it off quickly. Because also I think, you know, when we did that recording last week with this light, there's something really beautiful about this light as well, but it's not the whole thing, it's just the parts.
No, it's beautiful, like now.
Ooh,
3, 4
luminous,
o'clock
and
now.
it's sort of
It's
beigey.
time, right? It's time. It's beautiful.
No, but Jeffrey, we won't get anything if we shut that. We have to get rid of these guys.
Right.
Or do we just
Yeah.
have some black tab and we just stay them coming up?
Yeah.
Just by.
And we can get that around the edge.
And just, yeah. Honestly, I've been such an epic player on this one, but I'm really enjoying it. I've got to stay together. Like,
Gabby O'Connor did a really good job with
yeah, okay.
the silver stuff, the baking, the aluminium foil. But I don't want to do another round of aluminium foil, so we've got to use another lot every single time. So it's just wasted. So I'd rather get something that you can put in and take down and reuse, and then other people can use it too.
Or is this like a mitigation of light rather than a black? We'll just go
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
Mitigation.
well, why don't we just do like a curtain stable to the roof? Running around.
and then just let the leaks be the leaks because we can have a level ambient light which still shows us this space.
The strongest thing to be in the building.
Okay.
That light there. Is really bright.
There.
Yeah. Either direction, because it's the skylight. So I know that is stronger.
The strong, I think we can apply the blue thing when you go to that one, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Using-
Oh yeah. That's right.
But then ambient light, again, just black out that whole thing.
I mean, it's kind of nice the idea of actually there being a time of the day where whatever is used does come down, just stays down whilst the day gets darker naturally.
Yeah, but it's not getting dark until
It's all down.
8. Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
finish at 9.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It gets it starts getting dark to sit on something. But
But
it doesn't
it's all
get dark until
wrong like
night
that.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah, it wouldn't though, because we'd be cold all day. All right, so
Okay, so this
we'll
back
make
to
a
the,
plan for blackout for next week. But do we want to leave this one until next week when we've got some blackout?
Up to you.
This was when we were sort of starting to think about like, yeah, this is tricks. This is if we want to do a trick with.
The trick's good.
I kind of wonder, okay, here's what I'm thinking about the tricks. Like, actually, maybe it's good to be slick with the tricks through the duration of the performance bracket and then the in-between moments.
I think it's a good point.
In the in-between moments, we can have this, you know, even like,
I don't know about whether we can pull off. We don't have enough time to be slick all the way through.
What
Sorry.
trick are we planning on? Just go.
No, okay,
what is it?
One of those for me is like, the problem is that, it's like seeing somebody you know on telly, you kind of go, oh, I wish I hadn't seen that person in the ad.
Yeah.
You know, so like here, poor technician, Sean or me, turned up in the shop, and you see this head, and it's kind of doing stuff. And I kind of feel like, it just doesn't need to happen. Like, if we're going to be here and need to feed something on the stage, we do it that way, unless you actually commit to doing a performative moment.
Yeah.
But anything in between, it's kind of like, I feel like the
So edit it right there. Just
Yeah,
really
it's gonna-
selective about
it's be like,
it.
okay, okay, right,
You know, I think that's fine.
you're going to feed that in.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
no, totally.
Like, I think we can just tidy up those bits.
No murky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then if it's time for me to go on stage to do my thing,
Yeah.
I'm going to go on. Off we go. Finish. Down I go.
And that's, I think that's good.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be too speak up at all.
Just tidy up your edges.
The other question is whether the phasma section, big phasma, which is one of those ideas,
Or was it really listening?
whether the phasma section should be here, should use this trick. And the beginning should be something else. I quite like starting here because you're off stage, and it's like the idea of the portal.
This is space.
But maybe we should do something with the phasma section in the stage with the perspex, so that again, it's like a refraction, or you're in between two things. Like if we had two pieces of perspex, could we bounce the light in an interesting way?
But yeah, so let's just do the next bit. Is the next bit better?
Yeah,
So let's do it and just sort of understand it. Just be reminded what it is.
yeah.
Huh.
The waves have gone away by now. I'm assuming.
Is there any water in that drink bottle there?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, thank you.
Guys, what are you up to? Getting taking snacks.
The light lets you in as it falls down. It provides a set of possibilities and constraints. It sends your perception in preset directions. You realize some basic things about the difference between what you can perceive and what there is. this is a door made out of physiology. There are viscous boundaries in the body itself, which are here made concrete and tangible. How can you not see her when you are so close? First, we see ourselves beyond our bodies. Then, we decompose with this space. Or is it the space that decomposes us? A spider pupa. The silk of the future wrap around your ankles. The colour of silk changes with memory, and memory with each of your decisions. Five, this cascade of the body. This body is a cascade of dreaming, resurging, unspinning itself from its bones. 6. The terrestrial affordances of vapour. The scale of blood as an inventory of circulations. 7. Tonal palette, rough tenderness. The night is fast and its emissions move in the shapes of songs and vacuums. 8. The spine hatches alone. A palette of luminousness waits for its country to be born. 9. You become emptiness itself. This camouflage into the moment when the horizon melts the cosmoverse. The arrival is articulate as time. In its violence and in its amorphousness. 10. The darkness is astral weighted. You form the shades of the night, coding the data of filament. Something violent arrives. 11. It's just a surface that reflects all of time's endless forms all at once. You approach the surface of the cascade. You knock its surface into sound. This is the barrier between life and death, and we are here. Your surface folds into the surface by degrees. 12. Oh, death evaporated early on. And this is flotation, water and air. This is flotation's appetite. And this is where the lips reach beyond immediacy and into the cave of a body made to remake. The cells yearn for the buoyancy of melting into a catastrophic island doom. Prehensile, decomposing, interplanetary, washed up. It was a boat that breaking of gold into monstrosity. It was in 15, it was an oddness, softest touch when you fell out of yourself, separated the flesh from the nerves. All this very viscous reproduction, so very mechanical in its digestion. 16, the scale of ordinary things, the antennae searching, notating a specimen, plunging distance into the world. A dense sheet, fabricated by the construction of the retina, creates this miraculous, utterly fictional apartness. But she's right there. She's right there beside you. Astral and ordinary, conspicuous and transparent, holding at once apartness and touch. Yeah. It's a bit long. I think the editor is a text, I reckon. Do you reckon?
No.
Leave it. All of it.
Got 14 hours.
We made it 12 actually, we cut 2 off. We realised that we could reach the whole world in 12 hours.
So that, or that text, do you want that to sit in amongst the phasma sound?
Yeah,
Together? Okay.
yeah. So you can do,
I was playing with things, and I felt I wanted you to do a lot less. So just
yeah, I was just trying stuff to try and
definitely,
figure out what
definitely.
some of the options were. But I feel like it needs to be super simple.
Mm.
It's about like eddying so that the voice just kind of carries it. And then there's a sense of like body, like vapor. You know, it's like a light thing where you can barely be seen and then suddenly you're seen and then you disappear again.
Funny you should say that. Yeah, so I reckon there's a lot going on in there that could be like potential discussing, isn't it, right? That's a whole, well, it's been 2 years working on that. We could, like, it's, just thinking about your performance state and what you imagine that is was really intriguing. So what is it that you're seeing when you're doing an imaginary world? What is it?
I feel like I'm giving a report. Existential research.
Right.
Because, you know, that idea of like the heaviness of death, but you're just like, it just happened. You know, it's kind of like turning something that's quite.
But what state would you be in your perfect working room, drawing your performance skills, if you weren't doing that? Or weren't sort of going in that direction, what state would you be in to deliver those words? And what would be the what would that do being in that state as somebody who is offering these things? I've imagined that. And so I was imagining the sound triggering the light, so that the sound so it eddies, right? So it's like
Wow.
which is all that shit with the breathing and stuff that I found in the past and like that. And then haze.
Whoa.
So really I was going bells and whistles in there. And like so the whole thing has got an even thing of haze and the light just comes and goes. And then maybe the camera flips around and it's filmed from the back and you're seeing us, but you're also seeing yourself in the back of the room or something. I was thinking about the person who was performing in a way that you might not have imagined you would perform.
Yeah.
So in a way it wasn't attached to your habits, maybe.
Yeah.
Not that I was seeing anymore, not even I'm worried about what you're doing at all. I'm just thinking like, what is it that, even that, I suppose the question, is it even a thing, like to be performing in a state that has something else other than being a polished performer? Not that that's what you're doing, but you know what I mean? Like it's capturing everything that you might hope for. And for the words.
The microphone's necessary, because it's going to go, like, it sounds terrible
Yeah,
when you don't. No, I mean, it sounds terrible when you're just talking through the Zoom, because, like, it needs to be into your computer to make it sound good to the person. Unless it's that microphone, picks it up.
What are you looking for? Like, you know,
That audio.
audio. Yeah, it's a shit. I'm getting all this extra noise that I don't really voice around. Mint audio, let's talk to that guy. I don't know how you get mint audio.
What do you reckon? Like, because at the moment it sounds as though it's coming through a microphone. Is that good?
I did
If
try
you-
the
because I could-
idea of,
Well, what, Jeffrey? What if you give me this microphone? If I'm on.
it's not hooked to Christian at the moment, but we can. One, two, one, two, 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 two.
That's a much nicer sound.
It's not, yeah, it's a much fancier mic too, but you could use it.
Because the other thing is that I'm not convinced that
You deliver it to whatever this extent that you propose.
No, it's still working.
I reckon the whole thing
I just see just the first one.
but talking to a wall. Like
Sure, what do you reckon?
I'm up for trying anything.
Let's have a look. In for penny, in for pound.
Yeah,
Let's
up
try
for it.
So you want this wall lesson?
I reckon, yeah, and I also see you sitting on a chair. There's something about dealing with it as a formality. How did you describe it? I was like delivering a lecture almost, or delivering a report. Delivering a report could be something to try. Just something to try.
And maybe the camera is then pinned against the wall and just captures your face from there.
Oh,
Yeah. See, that's nice like that.
What's the stream at? 40 hours. What place in my favorite songs?
So satisfying right now.
How far away does that thing kind of work to pick
Well,
up?
that one's, the one I've got on there at the moment is a bit of a wide one, I've got a tighter one at home that can work from.
Okay.
So I can put that in there.
Should I?
In one way I was agreeing with, I kind of felt like, oh, you should just function with regards to community worst minds, but it probably has a different textural texture.
Yeah, I've got a telephone microphone at home, that could be interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, Jeff does.
Take that, take mine.
Oh, it's all right. Okay, so like that.
I've got a radio lapel mic at home, we could almost like hide. Try that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I also would try something.
Okay, one more go.
Hang on. Okay, Alice, can we just talk in there, have a little chat?
Jeff does. Do you want it closer to my mouth, or is it all right there?
Probably close to the mouth actually, yeah.
Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba.
Oh,
The light lets you in as it.
hang on, I've changed it wisely.
We could also have a technician with you right now.
Mm.
Me, it could be Sean. I feel like there's somebody with you holding the mic. Should I do it?
The light lets you in as it falls down. See, that sounds better, eh? Without the kind of crackliness. The light lets you in as it falls down. It provides.
Christian?
Hang on.
The light lets you in as it falls down. The light lets you in as it falls down. It provides a series of possibilities and constraints. It sends your perception in preset directions. You realize some basic things about the difference between what you can perceive and what there is. This is a door made out of physiology. This could be good to have a pouring of thing in a glass to be drinking water while I read it. Because if we do the water thing later, it's like, and then the glass could send something.
About the volatility of this, if I was working with it live, because those little high frequency rings we're getting could actually work as a tension.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially. Or else we just reset it so that it will technically, quiet and together. I'm kind of happy either way.
Yeah.
At the moment, Alice is a bit far away. I want to go up in volume. I know this isn't going to work, but
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
at the moment, Susan, trying to get volume on Alice at that distance, I'm opening it up for feedback.
Yeah, totally. It's,
Resurging, unspinning itself from its bones. 6. The terrestrial affordances of vapor. The scale of blood as an inventory of circulations. 7. Tonal palette, rough tenderness. The night is fast, and its emissions move in the shapes of songs and vacuums. 8. The spine hatches alone. A palette of luminousness waits for its country to be born. 9. You become emptiness itself. This camouflage into the moment when the horizon melts the cosmoverse. The arrival is articulate as time in its violence and in its amorphousness. 10. The darkness is astral and weighted. You form the shades of the night, coding the data of filament. Something violent arrives. 11. It's just a surface that reflects all of time's endless forms all at once. You approach the surface of the casket. You knock its surface into sound. This is the barrier between life and death. And we are here. Your surface folds the surface by degrees. 12. Death evaporated early on. And this is flotation. Water and air. This is flotation's appetite. And this is where the lips reach beyond immediacy and into the cave of a body made to remake. The cells yearn for the buoyancy of melting into a canister of vibrant doom. 13. Prehensile, decomposing, interplanetary, washed up. It was a boat, that breaking thing of gold. Into monstrosity. 14. It's always through the abject the solvency of form manifests. It always has that brutal edge. Always. 15. It was an oddness, soft as touch, when you fell out of yourself, separated the flesh from the nerves. All this very viscous reproduction, so very mechanical in its digestion. 16. The scale of ordinary things, the antennae searching, notating a specimen, plunging distance into the world. A dense sheet fabricated by the contraction of the retina creates this miraculous, utterly fictional apartness, but she's right there. She's right there beside you, astral and ordinary, conspicuous and transparent, holding at once apartness and touch.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the state, like what's happening with the sound and the light.
Well, the thing is also like you get to just be in the performance, and I just sort of support you, and you can actually just go into whatever's there or go away from whatever you want to play with in terms of your state. You don't have to worry about doing a thing. You're just in this place, just being with the text.
That's really great. This makes me think about these
enjoyed the drop in was quite good.
Mm.
Because you go, the length of time, really good to do the whole thing through driveway. To deal with time. It's great. And I just was thinking about professional defensiveness. In performance. So what I mean by that was smart,
I just plug it in? So the first section, Jeffy, is it there, Sean?
We'll see. Yeah, that's it.
Right there.
Yeah, that's right. And maybe there's something in front of you. What's in front of you? No, chair on the stage and lit by your reflection.
Shoot, should I move the chair?
It bounces off you.
I remember this thing some friends made once. It was called We Are Here and There and Everywhere at Once. We are. We really are. And somehow we could be everywhere in the world. We are viscera and pixels. We are pixelated and present. This is about wanting. This is about wanting to be there. And this is about the impossibility. These words are migrants. They are migrating across the world. A throat swells, a vibration swells. There is a tunnel from here to there. It feels like old trees. Oh, sweat.
And it's strange because the private area is like the government of the.
I have something else that I want to. Yeah, yes.
Private people.
Yes,
No?
exactly.
So I don't know if it's good for.
I think you could rewrite because you have more information about the politics of this moment, so you could change the
Private dreams for like.
or their private dreams, or the private, as though the private dreams
What?
have their own agency outside of any human
But
person.
what did you say? Just before this?
Their private dreams.
Ah, their private dreams.
Or whose private dreams? You could make it a question. Like, you don't know whose dreams they are, but you can feel them moving in bacterial cells. Because it could be the anarchists, or it could be the workers, or it could be.
But those are not private dreams. Those are communitarian dreams, you know,
But
are
maybe
public dreams.
those were private dreams that became public dreams.
Ah, well.
I mean, could you have imagined this 1 week ago? Nobody, right? Very few people could ever have imagined.
Not in this scale.
Not in this scale.
Private dreams are crossing neighborhoods in bacterial swells. Melted public amenities. How loose in our story celebrations.
If you think it could be better, you can rewrite it. We can have an Emilio version. I think it would be good because it's still a work in progress.
I would just take out private or put or leave private but touch. You know, like put private touch. Like, I don't know how to say, with a line over it, and just dreams are crossing neighborhoods in bacterial swells.
What about once private dreams?
Once?
As though at some time they were private, but now they're not private. Once private dreams are crossing neighborhoods and.
Yes, but what I feel here that the dreams or the ideas of the government are not the same ideas of the people that
People.
is strict.
But maybe
Yeah.
it can be ambiguous as to whose private dreams are the dreams of the street.
Ah, yeah, it's cool. So, yeah,
The
yeah.
ambiguity
Yeah.
there is okay.
Ah, yeah. Just the word private for me is like
Oh, privatization!
private word.
Privatization to me. It was about
Yes, I understand. It's like the own dreams or the I understand here, but the word private leads me to the personal dreams are crossing neighbor.
no, because the
because
play
that is
between
very-
private and private is interesting. The privatization and the sense of the need of solitude, or nobody else knows about it.
So you defend private. You like private. You.
I'm not even sure if that's right, but I think. Let's just do the beginning and end.
The light lets you in as it falls down. It provides a series of possibilities and constraints. It sends your perception in preset directions. You realize some basic things about the difference between what you can perceive and what there is. This is a door made out of physiology. There are viscous boundaries in the body itself, which are here, made concrete and tangible. 16. This utterly fictional apartness, but she's right here. She's right here beside you. Astral and ordinary, conspicuous and transparent, holding at once apartness and touch.
I think you should go straight into containers. We just need Sean to push the button for containers of time. Maybe you stand there and I take this off you. I just take this down. Or we figure out a way to do that.
We'll figure out a transition for that, but yeah, I kind of feel like I want to.
Is it that way or the other way? Is it like that?
It'll get changed, so, yeah. So yeah, but we can transition it. There'll be something in the software that's creating all that clipping. Then I'll fix it up tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the
What's the plan, everybody?
That might be it.
Yeah, sort of at the end of that.
I mean, we've got things to do. Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah. Do you two need to walk before we go?
person. Let's start with